Good afternoon. Today's topic of discussion is going to be the November 2013 General Las Vegas Real Estate Market Update. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group, a team-driven real estate here at Keller Williams Realty. There's been a lot of talk about what's going on here in the market, right? Inventory's going up, quantity easing, stock market spiking, but there's one important thing that's not being discussed, and we're going to go over that, so watch this video. So let's start with a little bit of the data. Okay, you'll see by this, this chart here, the pie chart specifically, that the ratio of sales, about 72%, are traditional. Keep in mind some of those are going to be flips from investors that have bought at auction. 22% REO, about 6% are short sales. And you'll also note on there that we about 3,100 sales for the month. And the cash purchases are about 45%. So cash purchases are down to about 45%. That's about an 8% decrease from where we were about 60 days ago. A lot of the hedge funds and the big-time investors have pulled out of the market. The margins just don't make sense. That's a great opportunity. I don't want to go into too much of a conversation there, but first-time home buyers, move-up, move-down buyers, that's going to give more opportunity for you to actually get your offer accepted. And smaller investors looking to look at some returns that meet your needs, you're going to have less competition with these cash hedge funds. So most important thing here is we're going into a stabilization period with the market. Take a look at this graph here. As this graph is shown, and many of you have seen before, when we have about a 5 to 6 month supply of inventory of active homes, that puts us into a stable market where it's not a seller's or a buyer's market. What does this mean to you, the buyer, the seller, or just a curious homeowner? We currently have about 9,000 units on the market for sale. We sold about 3,100 last month, so we have about a 3.5 month supply of inventory. In the spring, we had about a half month, 0.8 month, 1 month supply, depending on where you're at in the valley. Well, supply and demand tells you that prices are going to skyrocket when you have that low of a supply. So we're heading into a stabilization period where prices are going to start to stabilize. So a home that's worth $250 right now, $500 right now, we see it being plus or minus about 5% next summer. So inventory is on the rise, and expect more of that in price reductions on current homes on the market that are sellers being unrealistic, still trying to push the market. All right. If you'd like to discuss that more, please reach back out to me. Let's move into the key thing right now that we do know. Interest rates are going to increase. All the analysts and the expert economists are projecting about a 1% at least increase in interest rates in the next year. I'm going to tie together the interest rate thing in a moment, but let me at least address a couple of the wild cards, I like to call them. Quantitative easing, the stock market peaking, and the distressed inventory spiking. Well, notice of defaults. All of those can have a drastic impact on our market. Those are the unknowns. We don't know what that's going to do to the market if there's some, world-ending activity, like when the stock market crashed in 2007. Barring that none of this happens, we're projecting the market to stabilize and start trending towards normal appreciation in the next 1 to 2 years. So if you're looking at buying or selling in the next 12 months, what we know is interest rates are going to go up as much as a point and a half. So on a $500,000 loan, that's as much as $500 a month. You're going to pay more. So if you're looking at making a transition in the market, knowing that inventory is going up a little bit, for a buyer, that's opportunity. For a seller, you need to get aggressive with your pricing strategy, knowing rates are going up and there's going to be more inventory to choose from. I hope that this information was of value to you. If you would like to have more discussions on exactly what your specific situation is, reach out to me. We also have done a lot of videos, so if you want to dig deeper on something more specific, the luxury market, the investor market, Summerlin, the Green Valley area, some of those videos will be in the description and also at the end here. If you like the video, make sure to like it or share it with others that may find value as well. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group, team-driven real estate, your local real estate expert. Have a fantastic day.